Yes, people, what is good? We've had a little bit of a incident with my computer, so we're just going to do it off the phone for now. But we are going to, of course, add in the guests immediately. And one of them is Mr. David Knows Best. How are you, David?
I'm good. Are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Just computer
Yeah,
nightmare as normal.
yeah. Crazy world in the football today. Casido's going to
Yeah.
Liverpool, then he tells them that he don't want to join them because apparently the rumor is he takes his missus out on a Thursday night, so he can't join Liverpool
Got
because
ya,
he'll
got
be
ya, got ya.
he'll be playing in Europa League. So he's going to join Chelsea, and that way he can take her out. He can take her out any day of the week because they're not in Europe. So he was going to join Spurs because they're not in Europe. He could have took his missus out as well, but
Let me interrupt you on that. Speaking of Spurs, we have got a Spurs guest here. I thought it was only right that Harry Kane, of course, is out the door. So we'd bring on a Spurs fan. The man, the
Hello,
legend
guys.
himself, Roland. How you doing, my boy?
I'm gutted, obviously, but I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
I'm not made into laugh.
to be honest,
Sorry.
Mason, I think you might be a bit wrong there because you said he was out the
Mm-hmm.
door. I don't think Harry Kane's head could fit through the door.
Oh yeah, true.
Hey, he's already
I
landed.
can't lie. He can barely speak English. I'm gonna actually wonder how he's gonna get on speaking German. You know, Harry Kane.
I know.
Hey, he's already landed, eh? I watched him land because we found him on Flight Tracker. So
Talk about
he's
stalking.
already
Anyway,
landed. He's finished.
let's get on to the what everyone tells me is a dinner plate. I actually agree with it as a dinner plate trophy, but we've still got to talk about it. Arsenal versus Manchester City, 1-1, penalties 4-1. Who's a genius? I think my name should be MK Knows Best. What genius moment, eh, David?
Yeah, but I also said that you would win.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. That's fair enough. Make sure you like and subscribe. I always forget to say that. My laptop actually might be working now because it's actually just pulled up that it might actually be working. But yeah, so Arsenal, of course, beat Manchester City, Community Shield.
Dinner plate.
More to the point, that's what a trophy looks like, Spurs fans. I'm sorry, it's such a hard moment for you guys at the moment.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine.
I shouldn't be being so horrible. But
It must be bad being a Spurs fan and never seeing your team win a trophy.
Nah, we won Tiger Cup. What you want about? Audi Cup too.
That's a pre-season, bro. Pre-season. We're talking about that.
Did you say
Still
Audi Cup?
Hey, it's still a trophy, innit?
Audi
Is
Cup.
it though? Is it a trophy though?
Yeah, I think so. You lift it in the air, innit?
Who did you play against?
Bayern in the 2020 season too.
So hold on a
No,
minute.
I meant for this Tiger Cup you're going on about.
Oh, who knows? Some Singapore's team.
So hold on a minute.
Singapore team.
Yeah,
So
but Audi Cup. You look at Audi Cup. We versus Bayern on their 2020 season.
You couldn't even beat Barcelona at Nou Camp to win their little trophy.
Yeah, but Ronan, you just said, right, that you lift it up in the air so it's a trophy. So what you're saying is, at the start of Lion King, when Rafiki's lifting Simba up in the air, Simba's a trophy.
Well, yeah, because it's a gift of life, innit?
So that means that Rafiki has lifted more trophies than Harry Kane.
Pretty much. Hey, that was a good one, mate. It's a good one. Can't lie.
I'm always good with my stuff, mate.
But other than that, I do think we played all right against them. But then, obviously, Cole Palmer, with a bit of genius, put it past Ramsdale. Nothing he could have done.
He's a baller. He's a baller.
Yeah, he's quality.
I thought you played better when you took Declan Rice off.
Oh, come on, man. Be real. Declan Rice, speaking of him, I actually thought he performed all right. I watched it again. First when I was watching it, I just didn't like the commentary. The commentary team's a pair of mugs. Lee Dixon, should I say, is a mug. No offence.
Arsenal legend.
Dixon fans, yeah, but he's so biased. You can tell he's a Manchester City fan at heart. You know what I mean? You can just tell. You know what I mean? The whole commentary, you can just tell. And then you had Roy flipping Keane mouthing off about Declan Rice.
He's a knob.
You know what I mean?
He's a knob.
Come on, man. Exactly that, and that's a United fan saying that. So people, Don't go at me. We've got another guest here, absolute legend and a very, very familiar face on the show. Manny, bro, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Manny.
First of all, let me apologize for being a bit late. I had to, change, I take off my gym shirt and put another one on. Moral of the story: if you have to go for a workout in the gym, do not wear a light or a white colored shirt. So, David, I'm sorry, mate, but that would not work at the gym. You'd get a huge sweat stain all over you by the end.
I see, Manny, I wouldn't, because if I went to the gym, I'd go and use the vending machine, not the rowing machine.
I love your honesty. And Ronan, mate, that goes for you as well. So,
Hey,
I see that.
I know from experience. I had to wear a white shirt in Italy, and the gym was hot as balls, and there was just sweat all up my back.
I've only been to a gym once. That was when I was in Mexico in 2007, and I only went in there to impress the girls.
Right, fair play.
Yep.
As I said, I love your honesty.
That's
MK,
fire,
once again, my apologies. Lateness is not greatness.
No,
Don't
it's
worry.
all right, mate. It's all right at all.
You were late last week, man. Don't worry.
We were just discussing the Arsenal-Manchester City game. Obviously, Manny, you predicted us to lose in that game. What was your feeling during it?
First of all, I have to compliment you because you actually called it. You said we'd win on penalties. Now, the reason why I said that we would lose it was because I didn't think Guardiola would take it so lackadaisically that he'd put out a team which didn't have Edison Moraes or Kevin De Bruyne or whatever, because he put out the same formation as we did, but for some reason the midfield that he selected never really got into the game as much. And in as much as we can say, well, it's pre-season and it's still not quite pre-season, but it's that stage between pre-season and the start of the season, and they should at least get up to speed. We have to look at ourselves and say, you know what, we got the result we needed. And there were patches in the game, I will say, MK, where we dominated them, especially in the midfield. And I thought after a slow start where he was undercooked, Rice did start to cook quite nicely. And I don't remember if he took a penalty. I don't remember if he took a penalty, but he certainly at least started to show signs that he could be capable. But still, I think there's a sort of a law that says that the more money is spent to purchase you, the greater the pressure will be on you to actually perform. And as Grealish found out with City, it's not going to be easy, but eventually you just got to put your nose to the grindstone and just keep working and, show the manager that you are capable, and eventually you will get it. And there will be a role for Rice to play. Certainly, if we use the 4-2-3-1 formation with Trossard as the false nine, not Kai Havertz, the man couldn't hit a horse's backside with a banjo, to be frank. As long as we play that formation, that is really when we play our best football. If we have to switch to a 4-3-3 to accommodate Eddie and Ketina, that is when our midfield might start to look a little bit weaker, and we do tend to get dominated. So that is the tactical side that I have. And I was expecting City to take it seriously, but they didn't. And clearly, the team selection reflected that. And of course, we must be honest and say that had it not been for that unlucky deflection off Manuel Akanji, we wouldn't have scored the equaliser near the end of the game, and we wouldn't have taken it to penalties. But you still have to make the most of your opportunities, and I thought our penalties were absolutely superb.
Oh, they were.
City completely bottled it with their penalties. Let's get it straight.
Yeah.
De Bruyne hitting the post. Rodri completely fluffing his lines. Good enough to score the winning goal in the Champions League final, but then fluffs his lines there. I mean, at least he can share stories with Kai Havertz now, I guess. Yeah. But, there are a few promising signs, but there are still some signs of concern. And this is one where people like me will say, let's not gas ourselves up too much, because if we go into the Forest game on Saturday with complacency, tomorrow actually, we will, leave ourselves open to ridicule. I realize that Forest aren't exactly the strongest opposition, and there have been quite a few outgoings, and certainly one very notable incoming in the form of an American goalkeeper who was not too long ago playing reserve team football and playing against the first team in practice matches. Now he gets to play against the first team as a first team player for someone else. It is funny how life works out.
Yeah, and
But
he's gone from a small club to a club that can win the European Cup.
Yep, twice in a row under the great late Brian Clough.
Yeah, exactly, Manny. But obviously, being a United fan, I've seen United win Charity Shields. Arsenal, you've seen them. Ronan, you've never seen Tottenham win the Charity Shield. So I thought, just for you, I'd show you what he looks like. So there you go, mate. There is the Charity Shield, the dinner plate.
Wow.
Well, to be fair, I think the last time. Yeah, the last time Tottenham did win the Charity Shield, if memory serves me right, that was in 1991. And that was shared, of course, with Arsenal, who won the league championship the previous season. So if you look back on the archives, you'll see Tony Adams and Gary Mabbott both lifting the trophy.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of that one. I heard that was a draw. That was before penalties.
Yeah, and in 1990, if my memory serves right, it was United and Liverpool sharing it.
Oh, yeah. If memory serves me right, John Barnes equalised for Liverpool with a penalty.
Yeah, they dived.
Oh, God. Blimey. Right, we're actually going to get into Tottenham actually quickly. This is not actually on the schedule, but we're going to do it anyway. Harry Kane, of course, has been linked to Bayern Munich pretty much all summer. Been linked to United pretty much some of the summer as well. He's not going to United. He's decided to fly away to Germany. For me, this is fantastic. As long as he doesn't see us, as long as he doesn't play against us, if we play Bayern Munich, then that's going to be a bit of a nightmare. But other than that, good luck, Harry. All the best, and I can't wait to see you win the Euros with England after doing well in Germany. But we're going to come to the Spurs fan first. What is your opinion? Of course, 120.
You see,
I believe.
Yeah, 120. I think. Yeah, no. Obviously, everyone saw it coming. It was gonna happen. But when it did actually happen, it feels weird. You know, he's a star player for Tottenham in England. He's one of our own, not anymore. But I'm happy for him. You know, Bundesliga is a farmers league where it's basically called Bayern Liga. Bayern wins that every year, and with Bellingham and Haaland gone, there's not really a competition for Bayern, so that should be easy for Kane to win. But that's obviously if his medical goes through. If his medical doesn't go through, which it will,
it might not. He might fail his speech.
Then he's a Spurs player, but until then, he's most likely Bayern. You know, I'm gutted. There's not much I can really say about it. It's weird. I've never really been in this situation where a star player leaves. It's weird, you know. But oh well, Levy better treat us right with the money he got.
Yeah, but Ronan, Spurs don't have star players. They've never had star players, so that's why you've never experienced it.
Star players, we had Ginola, we had Glenadel, we had Gascoigne, we had
before your time.
Ozzy Ardiles.
Before your time, mate. Before your time.
Don't forget Gary Lineker.
There you go, Gary Lineker.
And of course, Jurgen Klinsmann came over for a little sojourn.
Teddy.
And
Teddy Sheringham.
We will say this, Gary
left Tottenham. Right. Came to United.
We will actually say this. Some of the Spurs legends, including Gary Lineker, has actually come out and said that Harry Kane should move, you know.
Well, I did too. I said he needed to move because we weren't going to win anything anytime soon. So as long as he goes to a farmers league where he's going to win the whole lot, then
it'd be ideal.
But as a United fan, Roland, we will let you have Anthony Martial.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You want Eddie Nketiah to be your new number 10?
Nope. Like I said, your defense is in safe hands. Nketiah in the room.
You want Balogun? Balogun for 80 mil.
No, I'm all right, mate.
Balogun for 80 mil, David. You want Balogun?
I'd say Balogun maybe 40, 50.
65 as it's Man United.
Yeah, I don't think he's valued that much.
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
That's just the tax, just to sell him to United, you know. That's honestly just the tax.
Yeah. What happened last time? What happened last time you sold us one of your strikers?
I think that was Sanchez, wasn't it?
Nah, because he's not a striker.
What, Van Persie?
Van Persie.
Yeah, we won the league.
Yeah,
Didn't we?
let's forget about that, mate. Let's move on swiftly
so, yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
But that is
Hey, I
obviously Harry Kane. Go on.
I think Levy, it was going to be 100 million plus add-ons, which would add up to 120. I think Levy changed it. He told Kane not to board, and he changed it so it was 120 plus I think a few add-ons, or I think it was just dead 120. But I'm pretty sure there was add-ons.
I just think that's mad mental price for someone who's on his last year of his contract.
Well, I think they started at 59, which was kind of crazy.
Yeah. First
59 plus a player
easy.
swap. I think it was 59 plus like Mateus Tell or whatever. But he didn't want to go, so then
Of course.
Don't blame him.
Anyone with ambition ain't gonna go
from a Champions League club to a tin pot club?
Like, I just can't wait for his little farewell speech.
Yes, I am Harry Kane.
I honestly forgot that happens,
I'm
mate.
happy to be leaving Spurs. I know that the history of Spurs now that I can go and win trophies somewhere else. I can't wait to become the legend.
And my greatest achievement with Tottenham would be winning the Audi Cup.
Yeah,
Hey,
listen, boys. Let me just say this right now. If there are any Arsenal fans right now who is looking to gloat at this, be very careful. We could have a situation where we face Bayern Munich in the group stages of the Champions League. So be careful what you wish for. You just might get it and get it right where it hurts.
I know. That's
Hey,
what I'm
hey,
thinking.
hey,
Manny,
Nagri,
I already know what's coming. I already know what's coming. Champions League.
I've said this since May.
But may I just add this? May I just add this? First of all, Bayern Munich will probably take us out in the knockout round without Harry Kane anyway.
That's what I've
Let's
said.
get this facts in. But with Harry Kane, at least if we do face them, at least Tottenham will have something to celebrate with Harry Kane again.
Yeah, because they're not in Europe, so they can watch it.
Yeah, I mean, Tottenham had something to celebrate when Zaragoza beat us in the 95 Cup Winners' Cup. Naeem from the halfway line. And he, of course, was a part of that 91 FA Cup winning team. And it just goes to show that just... Yep, David Seaman in goal. And
thanks. You've just given me some ammunition again.
You knew, you're old enough to remember that. And by the way, it just goes to show that just like Germany's finest, the Scorpions, Bayern Munich have rocked Spurs and their fans just like a Harry Kane.
Serge Gnabry does this when he goes to Shite Hart Lane.
I don't know if you're fans of if there are any fans of rock music who get the joke, but the Scorpions, of course, are a German band famous for many great songs. One of them was "Rock You Like a Hurricane."
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Right. Well, we're going to move on from Harry Kane. Good luck at Bayern Munich. Have a great time. See you when you're back at England.
Enjoy the sausage
and the beer.
Yeah. Experience the beer, man. Enjoy the beer and all that. But we do have to move on. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest, game day 1. But before that, we do have an announcement. Me and David are going to be doing a show together, thanks to Manny who suggested it in the group chat. David, do you want to explain name, etc., etc.?
Yeah, it's going to be David knows best, MK knows nothing. Now, I did say that, but Mason weren't keen. Now, it's going to be... Hold on a minute, I forgot what we called it.
You've got to come prepared for a meeting.
Yeah, I did. Rival Talk.
Yeah, Rival Talk. It's going to be on this channel, of course.
On a Monday.
That's going to be on a Monday.
Yeah.
All right, so that's to cheer up all you United fans for saying, oh, you don't speak well about United. Now someone here is going to come and speak well about United, all right?
Okay. I'll say the truth. I might not say what they like, especially if it's about a certain number 11.
Yes, indeed. We're not going to mention that.
Mason, it's all right, 1 second. While we are on the subject of that number 11, I have to say that these women that have gone out and are going to protest against it, I am 1,000% behind them. And if anybody doesn't like it because of it, well, go fuck yourself. All with.
But we obviously
and Manny,
will...
that's what that comment in chat was about yesterday when I said that you were a genius.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't read that, by the way, but Thank you.
Yeah, I put mate,
Absolute
I put
genius.
something like Manny, you're a genius, but that's all I'm saying.
Well, cheers. Thank you.
No problem.
Definitely.
I mean, I appreciate
But,
the compliments.
of course, we will get on to Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. We will do a preview of the Man United versus Wolves, is it?
Yeah, on Monday.
On Monday, so we'll get into that. We will obviously dig into a little bit of Brentford. I think Brentford's versus Tottenham. I'm sure. Is it right?
Yeah,
Don't know.
Brentford versus Tottenham. Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. Right. But of course, we're going to do Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest preview first. My prediction, not prediction first, but I think we should win. We've got a lot more strength than Nottingham Forest. Of course, they do have Matt Turner, which I don't agree. I agree with the selling of him, but I don't think we should have done it to Nottingham Forest, knowing that we're going to have to play them on match day 1 and knowing that he will probably play
He might not.
that game. Hopefully he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. But
Well,
then
no, they still have Navas. No, they still have.
No, he was
Bruno
only on
Navas.
loan.
No,
He was
Oh, he's only on loan.
Yeah, I think this is their first choice keeper.
And they have
but
Henderson. No,
No, he was on loan, but
No.
they
he's
keep
on loan
Really?
as well.
They could have kept him.
Yeah, they decided.
So
to
it's
go
actually
with
it's going to be a choice between Matt Turner and Wayne Hennessy. Both of them not only internationals, but both of them actually were on opposite sides when the USA played Wales in the World Cup and shared that 1-1 draw. Hennessy's a decent goalkeeper, but for some reason Cooper doesn't seem to really, trust him or rate him, and it's rather sad because at his age he needs to be playing regularly. And I think Turner's move will already have been registered, so he should go straight into the first team. And it could very well be a masterstroke if he gets selected because he will have seen how our players play in training. He might pass on a few tips, so it is what it is.
That's personally my worry. That obviously we've sold him to Nottingham Forest. That's fine, but match day 1, we're now playing against them. It could end up in our favour because maybe the manager accepts goalkeeping coaches and that knows Turner's weaknesses as well. So maybe that could work in our favour, but you never know. But apart from that, I do wish Matt Turner and, of course, Trusty the process, Austin Trusty the best at their new clubs. Trusty's gone to Sheffield, I believe, as well.
Yep.
For about 5 mil, I'm hearing. I'm not too sure on what it is, but I think it's around
7.
there, maybe.
I thought it was 7.5.
Maybe. So I know Matt.
That was your.
I know Matt Turner's 9.5, I believe. Around that mark, I think that's where he is. That's crazy, which is fair enough. We've made a profit off them too, which I think was the actual plan from first from Plan Go. Really, I think that was the actual plan. David Raya, Manny, what do you think about David Raya?
Good shot stopper, definitely someone who suits the style of play that Arteta wants. But the big problem is, David, and I'm sure you and I are both old enough to remember David Seaman in his pomp. 6'4", really big fella, knew how to command the defense, exceptionally solid and commanding on crosses, caught everything.
Great moustache.
Oh yeah, and a wonderful mop of long hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that was class. Our divine ponytail, if you will.
Yeah.
Sorry, Robbie Badjo, but I had to say that. But yeah. So we most of us are old enough to remember how he was, and he was the type of person who could, have all those attributes. He didn't need to necessarily make all those camera saves because he was a pass master in making sure that his positioning was spot on. In stark contrast, we have these two guys, Ramsdale and Raya, who are both about 6'2". Not the tallest, really. They're both very good shot stoppers. They do play the ball from the back. But when it comes to crosses, I just don't see either of them being able to, command themselves well enough or really, cope with it as much. And we've seen Ramsdale make a few pretty poor mistakes. And I don't really think Raya is that commanding either. Maybe he's fortunate because he's got some absolute beanpoles in the center of the defense, Ben Mee being one of them. But still, as a goalkeeper, you want to be that person who can, command that sort of respect and really give your defense that confidence. And I just don't see that. And we sold Emi Martinez, who was is still a beast on crosses, to Aston Villa. So it's another example of how Arteta's trying to sort of get players he likes and just doesn't seem to be willing to, understand that an all-round goalkeeper should be good at every single thing, not just being able to land a goal kick on a sixpence and make camera saves when the situation desires. I think Raya might be marginally better, but Ramsdale does seem to have the advantage of knowing his defense a little bit better. And there's a part of me that will always think that the loan deal for Raya could very well prove to be Matt Ryan Part 2. But another thing which another person did say on Instagram chat is because we've spent so much money for 3 players, we've got to try to keep ourselves within that FP range, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think Raya is probably only marginally better than Ramsdale, quite similar perhaps. Hasn't really made too many big mistakes. Ramsdale is, of course, prone to some dreadful lapses in concentration. So it will be interesting to see who actually gets the nod. And maybe Ramsdale could be on mistake watch, because if he does make a poor mistake which costs us a game, Raya could very well be brought in. But then we saw what happened with Matt Ryan. We kept playing Bernd Leno despite some disgusting errors that he kept making, and Raya ended up going on his merry way. So, Ryan ended up going on his merry way. So I hope Raya gets a lot of gets some better treatment here. I think for now, Ramsdale could very well should still be the number 1, but he knows that he's got to really shape up and really prove himself this season. So it will be interesting to see the level of competition between the two of them. I just don't think Arteta is the type of person who believes in rotating goalkeepers that much. And he has a nasty habit of giving players support, but then all of a sudden, when you least expect it, you're out on your ass. I'm sorry, but I'm not really a big fan of that sort of man management. And I said all I want to say. I want to let other people, say what they need to say.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with what you're saying there, Manny. I do think that David Raya needs to be given a big opportunity. But what's worrying me is that the deal hasn't gone through yet. And that is worrying me, because tomorrow at Forest, let's say, obviously it's not likely, but let's say that Ramsdale goes up for a catch and get injured. Who's going to be the goalkeeper? Are we really going to rely on someone from the youth to sit on the bench? Because that's what it's looking like at the moment, which
exactly
quite disappointing. They ain't already done before we sold Matt Turner, but that's the way it is. But I do think that we should win the game. We're gonna come around all of us and do predictions, but I do think it will be, personally, I think 3-0 win. I think Saka will get off to a good start, and for some reason I think Martinelli will bag 2 as well. I think Martinelli.
You just know that if Saka scores, they're going to sing that really irritating chant to the tune of Voulez-Vous by ABBA.
Yeah, they're going to sing that. They're going to literally sing that all night long. We're going to go to the Spurs fan. Roland, what do you think the score? First of all, what do you think about your rivals?
Shite. My rivals. What do you think? I should have said to you, what do you think it's okay, never mind. I'm not gonna continue that. Exactly. There you go.
But on the real, are you worried about Arsenal?
Yes, because what they did last year, obviously they bottled, and they were obviously a very strong side, way better than Tottenham. I can agree with you on that. But this year, I don't know. They might. I mean, obviously, I didn't really watch the Community Shield game, so I couldn't tell you how they played or whatnot. But I should be scared. Yeah, obviously Kane's gone, so I should be scared for the whole season. To be fair.
No, yeah, I totally agree with that. To be honest, if Tottenham fans ain't scared, then they're lying. That's why I just wanted to ask you that. David, what about you? Actually, sorry, score prediction.
Me?
Yeah, what's your score prediction?
I think it's just 4-0. I think it would be a breeze.
You think Forest are going to win 4-0?
No, Arsenal. I think they're going to win 4-0. Saka 2, and is Jesus back?
No, injured for another month. Well, 2 weeks, but I
reckon won't score anyway.
I reckon it'll be after Manchester United. He'll be back.
So I think, Saka 2, Odegaard 1, and I think Rice might get on a header. I think he'll get on one. on a header from a corner. I think
Love that,
we're
man.
going one.
Rice to bang one in, that would be good.
Well, that would be good.
David, what about you, mate? What are you feeling for this one?
Matt Turner's going to save a penalty when it's 0-0. But Saliba will keep a clean sheet. Saliba will score. Saka will score, and Saka will assist Saliba's goal. But neither of them will miss the penalty.
Okay.
So it's going to be 2-0.
Saka's normally our penalty take, which he is our penalty.
He's not allowed to take a penalty and miss it, because then I lose points in my fantasy football.
Then you might as well say that he will take the penalty.
Yeah, I know. I need to change my fantasy football team if Kane's
Yeah,
gone.
I'd take Harry Kane out if I were you.
Yeah,
who do I put up? Who do I put up front?
Rashford.
Jesus.
Heung-min Son.
Rashford.
Heung-min Son. Nah, man, he's going to be dreadful when Harry Kane's.
Yep.
No, Harry Kane's
Turner's
gone.
going to say.
No, you never know. I mean,
oh, you're kidding me. The game is updating and will soon be available. What?
Yes, because
Harry Kane's
because of the City game.
Oh.
Because of the City game kicks off in an hour.
Oh, it does. It's today.
Oh yeah,
It's
you
today?
can't make no changes. Harry Kane's in.
Yep.
Oh God, Manny,
Hey, don't worry.
What
I got
score prediction for you?
João Pedro. Don't worry.
3-1 to the Arsenal. No one's going to get a
3-1
brace, but I do see goals for Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard. And Forest should get one back, probably through Brennan Johnson if he starts. And 3-1.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, people, we will have to stop it there because I do have a curry booked for tonight, so we'll have to go.
Curry.
We haven't done. Wait, we haven't done the lineups yet. MK.
Yes, we will actually quickly do lineups. We'll only get mine and Manny's line. Actually, no, I'll go round. For me, this is going to be tough. Right, so Benny Blanco right back. Obviously, Ramsdale in goal. Benny Blanco right back. Saliba, Gabriel. I'm guessing Zinchenko's still out.
No, he's back. He is back.
Is he actually back?
Yep, I've read it.
I don't think he'll start. I reckon Timber will start there. Then Partey as the holding midfielder. Then Rice on the left. Odegaard on the right. Saka on the right. Trossard down the middle, but no, Mikel will probably play Havertz. Martinelli on the left. Yeah.
4-2-3-1 for
Roland,
me.
what's your
Sorry about that.
Arsenal team?
Oh, I don't even know the Arsenal squad, mate. I'm on it right now. So, Rashford, Ramsdale in goal.
Rashford.
When did Rashford go to Arsenal?
Who's your lot right back? Who's your guys' right back?
Ben White.
Ben Shite.
Ben White is your right back. Wow. All right, then Ben White at right back. William Saliba center back. I'm gonna go Gabriel and left back Kieran Tierney. Up the Celt.
No, we don't agree with that on this channel.
Thomas Partey in the middle. What formation do you lot run?
4-1-2-1. No, 4-1.
11 players.
4-1-2-3.
4-1-2-1-2 or 4-2-3-1.
It's more like
4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1.
I'm just gonna go with 4-2-3-1. So then the two DMs, Thomas Partey and Rice. Obviously, Odegaard, Cam, left mid, Martinelli, right mid. No, yeah, left mid, Martinelli, right mid, Saka, and Nketiah up front. Actually,
so you
put Kai Havertz striker. Put Kai Havertz.
Yeah, but I do have a feeling that Havertz will be up front after City performance. He didn't do too bad, but
what is wrong with your away kit? Jesus Christ, that is atrocious.
It's quite out there.
I've seen worse, mind you.
Yeah,
there was one time in the early 2000s when we had an all blue away kit. Thankfully, we did away with that.
Dreamcast.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that blue
Dreamcast one.
Here you
No, it
go.
wasn't
The
Dreamcast.
lineups.
It was Sega on the away
Sega.
kit and Dreamcast on the home kit, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
the
My
lineups
team,
are out.
my team: Ramsdale, Timber at right back, Sinchenko at left back, Gabriel Saliba, Rice, Partey, Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka, and Trossard.
Trossard, I hope it's Trossard. Money, what about your lineup, mate?
yeah, I'm also going for a 4-2-3-1. I do like David's idea of starting with Zinchenko, but I just don't know if he really is match fit. So it will probably be Benny Blanco and Jurrien Timber to start. I know that Dennis Irwin was an exception to the rule, David, but I absolutely despise the sight of a right-footed guy playing at left back because right-footed guys in that left back position just don't overlap. When Irwin played, I think you'll remember, he was able to cut into the midfield, but he was never really able to overlap and provide some support to the left winger.
But in them days, the fullbacks didn't really go forward, like they do now.
I mean, fortunately, of course, you had Ryan Giggs as your left winger that time, so yeah, that was certainly something to
Dennis
be
Irwin
grateful
is still
for.
the best left back in Premier League history.
Yeah, I think I'd have him there. But for
Yeah,
Ireland, though, it's Steve Staunton over him. I don't care if Dennis Irwin was a Champions League winner. Staunton has his accomplishments as well.
I don't mind about Ireland.
And yeah, I mean, you don't like international football anyway. So as I said, Benny Blanco at right back, Jurrien Timber at left back, and I'd like to see Tierney come on for Ben White so that Timber can move to right back, which is a better position later on in the game. The two defensive midfielders, Declan Rice and Thomas Partey. Without your Rice, you just can't have a party. Whatever. And again, central attacking midfielder. I would like to see Odegaard start, but then Kai Havertz come on for him so that we can at least experiment with that position to see if he can fit in there. Because, as I said, the man can't shoot for toffee. So Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, and Trossard to be the false nine. And if you want to replace Trossard with someone, I suppose, you might.
I rate him.
Love that.
I rate him.
I rate him as well. I rate him as well, but Mikel ain't gonna.
I rate him more than Kit Kat.
So do I, but
we call him Eddie and Nketiah for good reason. So I hope that's fine for you, yeah?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Right, boys, we will have to end the show. So
Mason,
Manny,
before you go
go for it.
Are you doing a Kobe Manu tonight? Menu.
Huh?
Are you doing a Kobe? I can never pronounce his first name. Are you doing a menu? Because you said you were having a curry, so I didn't know if you were gonna eat rice, like Manu did in pre-season.
I'll be eating rice, bro.
Yeah,
much
that's what
cheaper
Manu
than
did.
Declan Rice.
That's what Manu did in pre-season, mate.
Don't forget.
Send us pictures. Send us pictures.
Definitely will, my friend.
Hey.
Enjoy your dirty weekend away.
Thank you very much, mate. Right, we're going to go with Manny
David,
first.
Don't forget, take a McDonald's.
David, there are some things you just don't say in public. I mean, dirty weekend being one of them. But MK, thanks a lot for having me on. Always a pleasure to join this stream and do a video for however long or short it may be. We go back and forth. We chat a great deal of sense, and it's terrific. Thank you very much indeed. Big up to Mr. Shaw and Ronan all the way from Great White North. And, Commonwealth love right here, mate. And so again, catch me anywhere you can find me on YouTube. I will be, of course, on Del Boy Gunner TV's call-in show after the game. And I don't know if I'll necessarily be doing a watch-along, but we will look to see that. Also on Oris Talks Football, Coach's Corner with Hanno Trollope, up the cherries in all departments, the Bournemouth fan channel. Good luck to them in their opening game against West Ham tomorrow. Tony Claude Gunner TV, Danny AFC TV, done a few watch-alongs with him. And several other channels. Matt the Southern Gooner and also TJ Warren TV, two fine people from Land of E Pluribus Unum, and several other channels who, I just can't recollect right now. If I haven't mentioned your name, I'll send you a check in the post, but always good to come on these streams and do something for YouTube. It's stress release in some ways. It kind of, makes me feel quite happy to be part of a terrific community. And one thing I always say that if we can't learn to agree to disagree without being disagreeable, there's no point in having a discussion. So whenever we come on the streams, let's keep it respectful. A little bit of lighthearted banter is fine. It should never go beyond that. Big up to anyone and everyone who's in the chat, whether you're here or not. To those of you who subscribe to MK's channel, you're the ones who make this video and his channel what they are. Enjoy this weekend. If you're planning on catching company trying to stop his former team from riding roughshod over his lot, enjoy that match. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay happy, and don't do anything that the panel and I wouldn't do. For now, though, I am famished and I need to eat as well. Grilled chicken on the menu tonight. Cheers, everyone.
Big up, and beautiful. I love chicken, mate. Always. We'll get these Spurs, man. Roland, thank you so much for coming on here. I know it's been a difficult
thank you for having me, mate.
for you, bro.
I loved it. Big up to the panel. Shout out everybody on the panel. Shout out Oris. Shout out 3 Spurs boys. Who else do I shout? Hanno, all the lot. Shout big ups all them. I can't really think right now, mate. I can't. I'm just thinking about Harry Kane right now. I know. I need to big up everybody. That's all I gotta say.
Man.
And I don't know what's on the menu tonight. I wish it was curry though. I love a good curry. Love a good butter chicken with
maybe some German food for you tonight, mate. Maybe some German food, but yeah.
Maybe a pint.
David,
you can never go wrong with currywurst. The best of both worlds. Currywurst, some sausage in a curry.
David, my friend, go mate.
Yeah, well, I was about to say you could have bratwurst for your dinner. Manny, you did mention my channel, so I'll expect to check in the post like you said. Yeah. But yeah, I agree 100% with Manny. I love coming on here because it don't get heated, and it's always friendly, and that's what I love. I just love coming on. I hate it when it gets heated, and I just love it because it's nice and friendly. Everyone respects everybody, and yeah, it's really good vibe. Make sure you check us out on Monday. The time should be 6:30ish. But it may get changed. But yes, Rivals Talk. Me and Mason. Yes. Thank you for having us on again, Mason. Manny, you know me. I always appreciate you when you come on. Thank you again for the idea for me and Mason. Ronan, good luck tomorrow against Brentford. I think you will win, even though you are Tottenham. They've got no goalkeeper. They've got no striker. So I think Tottenham might actually get a point.
Hey, we have a decent goalkeeper.
Hey?
Caro. We have a decent goalkeeper. Come on.
Yeah, he was on about Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford's lost Raya. So, yeah, I think Tottenham actually might win tomorrow. Probably the only win of the season. But, yeah. Enjoy. Have a good weekend, everybody. Manny, I'll catch you later. Ronan, have a good weekend. Mason, I'll see you Monday.
Definitely, mate. Big up your goddamn self. Thanks to Hanno for doing the thumbnail as always. Wouldn't be here without him. Big up your goddamn self, mate. Thanks for these 3 for joining us again. See you guys next time. Operation Gunners Season 2, Episode 4 complete. I'll see you guys in a wee bit. See you later.